got something I want to talk about. Something that I've been kind of thinking about for the past month. How long have I not been making videos? About a month. Something I've been thinking about for the past month. The thing I want to talk about is M-A-R-G-I-N. Can you still? Yeah. Margin. You can be busy and not productive, and I don't want that. I want to be productive and busy. See, as long as I can remember, I have filled my schedule to the max, to the brim. No room to add anything else. I just fill it, fill it, fill it. When I was 16 and still in high school, I got my first job at a place called C28. Now, this was a Christian clothing company inside the mall. So your standard retail job. I got this job because I come from a single parent, low income house, and I wanted to have, I wanted to be able to go out with friends. I wanted to be able to have a cell phone. If I wanted to do that, I had to do it myself. I had to pay for my own cell phone bill, pay for meals, etc., etc. Now, I'm not saying this as like a bad thing. I mean, it's what needed to happen. I worked at this company for on and off 6 years. On and off because in between there, at one point I moved to Mexico for a little bit. At another point I got a different job. And then when I came back, eventually I worked myself up to being the store manager in that company. So 16, little sales associate. By the time I'm 19, I'm the store manager. I have a store. Now the company closed down. Probably because they did things like put 19-year-olds with no experience in front of their stores, but it always was work, work, work. So I was doing school, I was doing that, and then when I graduated, after I came back from Mexico, I was an intern at a church while I was doing this C28 job. After that, the company closed down, immediately got a job. It was a terrible job at a baby reselling. Like, it was baby resale, so people would bring in their baby clothes and merchandise and toys, and then we would buy it, and then we'd make it nice and sell it again. I did that until I got my job at Starbucks, and I started working at Starbucks over 5 years ago, and at that point, I was working at Starbucks in the morning, and I was able to get a supervisory position at another retail store, Levi Jeans. And so in the morning at like 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m., I was going to Starbucks, about 20 miles away from my house, and then I was doing that shift, coming home, eating lunch, driving another about 10 miles to this Levi's outlet, and I was doing that for a while just because I don't know why. I've always had to have multiple jobs. Actually, I kind of have an idea, and I'll get to that. Eventually, it got to the point where Starbucks offered me a full-time job. It was as a supervisor again, so I was able to leave Levi's, and now I was working full-time at Starbucks. But again, Starbucks, they're not known, for career paying. So I was doing, as well as doing that, I was leading worship at a church plant called the Grove Church. I was there for about 5 years. And so I was doing Starbucks and I was doing this church plant. Eventually, I stopped doing it at the Grove, and I ended up going to Rise City Church, the church I'm at now, and I was working at Starbucks. I got the job at Rise City Church, and I was working at Starbucks. Starbucks, I just felt like wasn't me. It wasn't what I wanted to do anymore. I thought that I wanted the consistency of a 9-to-5, 8-to-5 job, as well as doing this Rise City Church thing. So, I ended up leaving Starbucks, got the job at RX Smart Gear, and I was still doing Rise City Church, plus working out, plus trying to do these vlogs, and just trying to be in school. And it ended up being so much. And what I wanted to do everything. And so I kind of sucked at everything, and in reality, I did nothing. That brings me to where I am today. This is Tuesday, and it's 4 o'clock. It turns out a 9-to-5 sitting at a desk job is not the kind of job that I want. Like, I'm a high energy, high going, high moving kind of person, and I miss the human interaction of being a barista and talking to people all the time, and the hustle, always moving. So I ended up getting a job back at Starbucks, working at 3:30 in the morning until 7:30 before I went to work at RX at 8 until 5, and then I would go to the gym after that. That was about the time that these vlogs stopped, because it was too much. And I wasn't happy, I wasn't excited. Sure, I was making more money, but I just wasn't enjoying anything. I was tired. So that brings us to where we are today. I have officially cut my hours at RX. Now I'm only working Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm still working at Starbucks. The goal is to slowly switch the hours to be more at Starbucks, less at RX. My job officially ends on December 1st, where we can negotiate a new role, or I'm gone from RX. Here's why margin matters now. I don't know yet who I want to be and what I want to do when I grow up. And I keep on choosing all these jobs and doing all these things to try to figure out what sticks. And I don't know. I don't know what sticks yet. And I'm still trying to figure that out. And at 27 years old, that kind of gets scary. Here's what I do know. I know that I love leading worship at a church. I love being a part of that ministry. I know that I love filming and editing videos, which is why I tried to keep it going amidst all the craziness. And eventually it just didn't work. But I know that I love it. So I love that. I don't know. Like, do I want this like conventional job like in order to fulfill that? Am I able to make it to get to a point where I can do those things and not have to do a job? It's a lot. But I was filling my schedule with so much. I was filling it with everything I could do that I had zero margin in my life. If something came up that I wanted to pursue, that I wanted to go forward in, I didn't have the free time to do it anyway. And I think that is a big deal when it comes to margin, is having that time, having time set aside so that you can say, hey, I'm interested in this. I want to go do this. Now I'm going to go do it. And I don't know what it looks like for everyone, and I'm not trying to say that this is how you find margin in your life, but it's really become a big deal to me. It's really become something where I'm looking at and I'm like, yeah, I want to have some time so I can figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life, because I'm kind of getting scared. I think I'm having this like quarter life crisis, which millennials get, and I am right smack dab in the millennial world. But that's kind of a long explanation of what's been going on. I've been filling my schedule up with too much, and I'm reducing some hours so that I can kind of pursue more things that I love. Now you guys know what's going on. If you have any advice, if you feel the same way, if you just want to have a conversation about it, let's talk. Let's talk in the comments. All right, I gotta work out. I gotta work out.
Hi, welcome back. Where have you been? I've been here.
All right, so today's workout, we got a EMOM 15 minutes power snatch, 30-20 tip wall balls. Anytime we've got snatches in a workout, to me what that says is it's time to mobilize and get mobile and get mobile. When I looked at it earlier, I was thinking hang snatches, not power snatches. Totally different. Still hard on mobility. So about halfway through that workout, my back just started feeling real tight, and so I decided to call it quits, not do that wall ball section of it, which is kind of a bummer because we've done that workout before. So it would be kind of cool to see how I would have compared before. But I'm not about, it was just really tight, and then doing the dumbbell snatches, it just seemed like a bad idea. It's a bummer, I'm bummed, but you live to see another day. So welcome back to the vlog, where I quit workouts and stuff.
workout that we just did.
It was fun.
That both of us just did.
Yeah, that both of us totally just did. Yeah.
So why'd you do a different workout?
I'm injured.
What happened?
I have a back muscle spasm, and it's been making me very depressed for about a week and a half.
So we both have back issues right now.
Copycat.
I'm gonna move because I'm in the back.
No, you're fine. Well, it's good to have you back in the videos. It's good to be making videos again. But I think I'm gonna call it right now. This will probably be a short little video, just to get
Say welcome back.
welcome back, get back into it, say that I've remembered. I love y'all.
Where'd that y'all come from?
I love y'all. All right, y'all do something.
Yeehaw.
Y'all come back now.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, have a good time.
Have a good time.
I don't think I've eaten enough. Like, I think that the back thing, I don't think I stretched out my back enough, and then I just don't think I've eaten enough. So I'm kind of in this weird, like,
It's supper time.
it's time to get some supper, some dinner, some sweet tea. Okay, bye.